Hey, what's word players? So I had a chance to take part in the 2XKO Alpha Lab, which if you don't know what that game is, it is the League of Legends fighting game. Alright, so for me, I've never played League of Legends. I know of people that have played League, but I've never played it myself. And I'm kind of scared to because I've heard how toxic it can be. So my only exposure going into the 2XKO world was watching the Netflix series Arcane, which if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's really good. So going into the alpha, not only did I have very little knowledge of the world of League, but I'm also notoriously bad at tag fighters. But I don't know, something about this alpha clicked with me and it was a lot of fun. My team consisted of Ahri and Illaoi. I really wish I had more time to do a deep dive of all the characters that were available in the beta because Echo would have been my next choice because of how cool his moveset is. He has like this time mechanic where he creates past copies of himself that he can jump to, and he also has like a projectile that can slow down his opponent and lead to some pretty sick combos. But he's a bit too big brain for me. I would definitely need to wait for the full game drop for me to get a feel for his moveset. But Ahri and Illaoi were perfect for me. Ahri worked for me a lot because I could kind of play her like how I play Ino in Guilty Gear. And Illaoi is an interesting case because I don't normally play the big bruiser types in fighting games, but Illaoi has this interesting mechanic where she can set up these tentacles, and essentially the tentacles are an extension of her. It's almost as if she herself is two assists in one. So when you have a character that can essentially set up traps in an assist-based game, and this game has a thing called Handshake where you can switch a character that's on screen, bro, it's something special. In fact, I was so proud that I was able to come up with this combo. Now, this is the combo that I had recorded during my time in the beta, but there was one that I did not get a chance to record where I ended the combo with Illaoi's super. This game just feels so nice. Again, as someone that does not play tag fighters, I was able to pick up the combo structure of how these things go pretty well. The music that they've shown so far is so good. I really love the character design and art style that this game is going for. It really pops when you see it for yourself. I particularly find it cool when they combine the 2D effects with 3D graphics, like how they do with Illaoi and Darius's ult. The lobby system in this game is actually pretty cool. The music's super chill, and what's really cool is that when you queue up for a match while in the lobby, it'll direct you to a station that you and your opponent can play on, or opponents in this case, because one of the interesting things about this game that sets it apart is that being a team game, you can either do 1v1 where each player controls two characters, or 2v2 or 2v1, which means that two players can be part of a team, each controlling a character, and then you and your partner have to coordinate, when to do an assist, when to change out, when to do a burst, stuff like that. Honestly, this feature is a game changer because when you have like a mixed format where it's like one player versus two players, you kind of have to like get a read on what your opponents are doing and try to figure out how they're strategizing. And if they don't have good synergy, then you can take that to your advantage. But when it's like 2v2 and you both have teams, oh man, I had so much fun playing with my brothers in Christ in the Discord and just like trying to coordinate and hype each other up. It was, oh my gosh, such a memorable experience, and that's something I'm definitely going to be looking forward to in full game. I had such a great time with this alpha lab. I did not want it to end. I do have a few criticisms, however. One being, as soon as I started up the game, I had no idea how to set up my controls. Now, obviously it's an alpha, so it's very early on, but it seemed like certain peripherals had more difficulty getting around than others. Like for me, I've been using my Hot 42 for a while, and I was having the most difficult time trying to get this thing set up. And I also used my previous leverless, my fight box, and even just trying to use my gamepad. Like I was just having the most difficulty trying to move around my controller. Like for navigating menus, I pretty much had to use my keyboard exclusively until I can map my buttons. And even then, the button mapping was kind of wonky. I remember day one, I was literally stuck for a good hour just trying to get my buttons to work because for some reason my start button and back button were registered as triggers. Meanwhile, I couldn't actually use my triggers in the game, and that was with multiple controllers, not just my Hot 42. So that was a little weird. I did hear that for some people, things just work fine right out the gate, so I'm pretty sure that's something that they'll address. The tutorial that they provided is a bit basic. Like, I had no idea that there was a parry in the game, or was essentially a universal DP for all the characters. I had to find out these mechanics from other sources, such as one of my friends, shout out Bidoof, Sajam, and Rufomonger, not within the Alpha Lab itself, which was a bit questionable. They definitely front-loaded it by talking about the auto combo fuse, which makes sense because you want to, have something for beginners to, be able to play around with. But it would have been nice to know about these other defensive mechanics that you can use. Yeah, I don't know what else I can really add. The Alpha Lab was so much fun. I did not want it to end. I really wish I had more time to play, but the fact that they gave 2 weeks in total for this to be going on is incredible. Yeah, I'm rambling at this point. Overall, I had a blast playing the Alpha Lab. I literally went from being optimistic for this game, like keeping a close eye on it because I don't have that background in League and I don't do well in tag fighters, to now really looking forward to when the full game drops. Thank you Riot Games for the code to get in, and for letting a bunch of my friends to get in as well so we could all play together. It was so much fun. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, y'all. If you had a chance to play in the 2XKO Alpha Lab, what did you think? Let me know how your impressions were down below, or if this looks like a game that you'll be interested in playing. If you're looking for a non-denominational church, down in the description will be a link to our church locator. And if you just want to hang out, link to my Discord is also down below. Alright, thank you for your patience, y'all. I should be back to making more content both on here and on the second channel. So I will see y'all next time. Peace.